Hey guys, welcome to another video from UDCYD. If you've liked my previous videos, do share, like and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you don't miss out on anything, as I'm just going to be producing a whole lot of these uncut videos and so I can get them out as soon as possible. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about the DIY barbecue set packaging. So first I'm going to show you a video. So this guy over here on the left hand side, he's always sharing on Instagram and TikTok business ideas. So obviously most of these ideas that he's sharing are great business ideas, but at the end of the day, even if he sends you like summarized business plan guideline, you still need to know where to get the products. So this is where I come in. So I'm going to find all these videos and I'm also going to find the suppliers for you. So let's take a look.
Guys, I think I'm in love with this business idea, and it needs to be copied because right now it is only in Australia. They're not charging for food, they're charging for an experience. It is authentic Lebanese barbecue in a box to go for catering or other events. Guess how much it costs? $35 before sides or drinks per box. You get some meat, some veggies, some coal, and a little grill. Your cost on this is going to be about $8 all in, which is way lower than average for the food industry. It naturally goes viral. It's delicious, it's high profit.
Okay, so that's the actual video of the business idea, and on the right hand side is the actual packaging. So before I play the video, you can see the grill is over there, the takeaway containers, the tongs that help you pick up the coals, a little water bottle so that you fill with water and then you switch out the flames, and a little matchbox. I'm sure the coals are in there somewhere. Okay, first things first, who will be your target market for this type of idea, concept, product you're trying to sell? As I said, these days people don't sell products, they sell ideas, they sell experiences. That's what trends. So if you want to jump on the trend and create your own box, who would your target market be? So I would say if you have a food truck, this would be a great idea. Like, it's outdoors. You can't really necessarily light these things indoors because of the smoke. Because while the coals are lighting up, it's going to smoke up the house. So these are mainly for like outdoor events, food trucks. So if you just like make your food, pre-package them and sell it as a to-go, like, take away, you're sorted. Camping ground companies, yeah, as I said in the first video with the barbecue grill, the portable barbecue grill, this will also be a great concept for camping grounds. Like, some people usually just go to camping grounds for the day, and if they just want to like experience like what the camp has to offer, they can create their own package, put some meat in there, some vegetables, some salad, some sauce, some gravy, like whatever you're into. But it'll be a great product for those places. Restaurants, so restaurants can use this seasonally. So when it's like nice and cool outside during maybe spring or the summer, this will be a great concept. Catering companies can also use this and sell it as a concept. They just need to like redesign like what's inside, but we'll talk about that on the last slide. And as I said, outdoor events and markets, like, they can also sell this because again, everything is outside. You can make your fire over there, cook your food. So if you like your steak like medium rare, it's all up to you. Can't complain to any waiter or anything like that. So the supplier info. So the supplier's name is Forshan Shumelo Technology, and they are selling these boxes or packaging from 70 cents to 0.05 cents for like a lot of pieces, as you can see on the right hand side of the screen. And the sample price in the green box is $39. We've already got a sample, so now we're just trying to resize our boxes and then create our own labels and our own packaging. So that's just a sample box, and then it has variations on the right hand side. It has the sizes that they have available and the thickness of the box. So this company, as you can see on the left hand side, has been on Alibaba for 2 years. You can see like the last supply, it's not a verified supplier, but let's look more into that. So remember when I said if you click on the drop down arrow on the supplier's main page, you'll be able to see a little bit more details about them. So they've been on the platform for 2 years. They have trade assurance. Their supply index is 1, which is not bad. When it's still gray, it means they are building up towards increasing their supplier index. Their response time is less than 3 hours, and they've had a 100% response rate. Right at the bottom there, I'll show you on the next page the supplier assessments. So this can also help you determine if the company that's on Alibaba is legit or not. You just go into supplier assessments. But if it's a verified supplier, a gold supplier, it has trade assurance, it has a good supplier index, it has reviews, you don't really need to go and check that. But because we're using a supplier that's literally new on the platform and was in the domestic market and trying to build a foreign department, we have to look a little further into their details. So they only have like 3 reviews, but they have a good rating of 5 out of 5, and it has a bit of company basic information. And because they are a new company on the platform, they don't have much. So if you go through like the R&D capacity, the trade capacity, you can see it's like almost blank because they literally just got onto the platform and they building from the bottom up, which is a good advantage because when you find companies like these, you can always negotiate the MOQ with them because again, they need the business, they need the reviews. So I would say it's a great company to start with if you like an SME or a startup as compared to like a well-developed company. Well, you could too, but what I'm saying is obviously the little guys help the little guys and they help them build and whatnot to build a long-term relationship and so forth. So in the main categories, you can see food box, cake box, paper box, and so forth. So, as I said, if you press on the supplier assessments, you can see all the information about your supplier. And I actually have the guy's contact. His name is Jason. He's a very nice guy. Like this company that they created is fairly new in 2024. And he told me, well, the other 2 companies are domestic, like they focus on the domestic market. So they wanted to create this company to be on Alibaba and appeal more to like foreigners. So as you can see, it's a new company. They have their business license, their location, the name of the person in charge, email address, and phone number. So this is another way you can check the details of a supplier on Alibaba. And it says the supplier's company premises have been checked by Alibaba to verify on-site operations exist. So it's not a made-up company or whatever. So when they registering on the Alibaba platform, they have to go through this process. So people go there, they check the factory, they check the floor space, and so forth to make sure that whoever's joining Alibaba and they're not verified or whatever, they still need to be a legitimate business. So moving on. So as I said before in the previous 2 videos, there's some important checklists you have to do while checking out a supplier. So check the attributes of the product, the reviews, the supplier, the description, the MOQ, and then check the export countries capabilities. So sometimes, as I said, you get those suppliers that don't add a lot of detail on these specific parts on their profile, so you will know what questions to ask after doing the checklist. And obviously, as I said, you've got your supplier. Now what? You obviously contact them. You pay attention to their response times. You ask the right questions based on what I just said on checking all the things on the checklist, like the description, like does it tell you the MOQ? Does it tell you how many pieces in a carton? Does it tell you the weight? Does it tell you like their shipping capabilities and so forth? And then, as I said, find at least 2 or 3 suppliers to compare prices. So I did say that this video is going to be pretty short, so I'm trying to make it as short as possible. And if you are interested, check out the first video I made with 43 minutes and the second video with 23 minutes, and everything will come together. I don't have to keep on repeating the same things. So that's what I wanted to talk about. So I do think, like personally, like this is it's a very good idea how they managed to reinvent a takeaway dish, you know. So people are always like imaginative, creative, and they reinventing. So these days, the main focus is on making everything portable, like the barbecue stand that I showed you in the previous video. So now this one focuses on like takeaway barbecue. So there was a Lebanese barbecue place, and on this slide we're going to talk about the packaging. So in area A, this is where they show you like what's in the box and maybe some safety precautions, like don't touch the coals with your hands, for example, once you light it. um, Kids under a certain age shouldn't be using this box, or they can get burnt or cause a fire. Some safety precautions. Basically, what all the utensils or packaging items in that box are used for can be written over there. You can have your little picture or whatever. And then the area B, if it were me, I would put a QR code. So you put your QR code, and people can scan that, join your groups, join your Facebook channel. Like, that's how you get customers. You're marketing the product that you're selling. So people are going to scan that, join your Instagram, share likes, write reviews. It's always good for business. Area C is your grill. So this is like tin foil, those things that you use for like baking and stuff. In this specific picture, that is like 13 centimeters long. So when you look at a ruler and you look at 13 centimeters, you really cannot grill much. Like if you have a skewer and you put it on there, the skewer is going to be bigger than the grill, which is, it's not good. So obviously, the most important things that you have to look for when you're buying this specific product from this specific supplier is asking about the size. So there are different sizes. Like the one I would get would be like an 18 centimeter tray with the grill and where I can put the coals, because that will fit my skewers or my sausages or my beef or whatever. There's enough like barbecue space on it. And then if you look at area E, it's another tray, but yes, it may be separated for like your hummus or your pickles or your sauce and your salad. But the problem is, if you're deciding to deliver this product like to people's houses or whatever, it's not convenient, because like the spices can like, no matter how the guy's driving, riding or whatever, the things can just get all messed up in there. By the time you receive it, everything is everywhere. So I wouldn't really advise using that specific tray. Like I would make a section where the grill on letter C and E is like one long box, and then like two sections in the middle where you can put your like sauces, because the sauces usually like spoil everything, and have your individual containers for whatever you want to put on there. And this idea can go into like different kinds of things. Like you could have like Korean barbecue, like you could have like many variations of what this can be actually. Like in Zim we have like braai, so you could make it like braai type vibes, or you have like your skewers, your steak, you have a hot dog bun, your potato salad, your chakalaka gravy, your sauces. Like the creativity from one thing can expand into many things. So you have to really think, like if you're a catering company, okay, I have this box, just the image or whatever, what can I do with it, and how can I customize it to what I want to sell? So that's the most important thing. And the same thing with area F, you don't even really need to customize it, but at the end of the day, the way things are going to fit in this box is important. Are they going to fit well enough that you can transport them, or are they just going to fit for events? Like someone comes to your stand, they buy the box, they go barbecue, they switch it off, and they throw it away. It's disposable. Or you're going to create your concept and then also like use it in your business and deliver them. But you have to also, as I said, worry about delivery, like how well are they going to travel. So usually I would say like this specific design, no, it's not going to travel well. But if you upgrade it according to what you want to do or what you want to sell, that'll be more helpful. So I hope I've shared what I needed to share. And yes, when you're asking for a customized box, obviously remember the MOQ is no less than like 1,000 pieces. And the reason why I shared this specific company is I reached out to at least like 4 or 5 other companies on Alibaba. They have the product on their website. They have images and everything. But when I ask them, do they have stock? They say no, it's made to order. And the minimum order quantity is about 30,000 pieces. So you come in as a startup or an SME and you want to use this concept. You want to take this concept to make it your own, but the quantity they asking you to buy is out of this world, like 30,000 pieces. Like, what are you going to do with 30,000 pieces? If these are based on trends, it's not a good idea to buy 30,000 pieces. If you're just trying it out, I would buy like 500 to like 1,000 at least, because remember, the more you buy, the price reduces. And let's say if you buy 1,000 of these, according to the guy, it's going to cost you like $3. $3 or slightly less. If you buy like 5,000, the price will go down, and so forth. The price will continue to go down. So the price they have on this specific website is based on those number of pieces, but also it's based on customization. When you customize the trays in F, E, and F and E. So when you customize F and E, you're changing the size of their standard packaging. When you customize C, which is the grill or whatever, again, you're changing it. And then you're going to change the box. Like maybe you want the box to be thicker. Maybe you want the box to be, the depth to be larger. So you're changing all of that. So that's why they give you an estimate price. And then the minute you start adding your little customizations, the price either increases if you're buying a low MOQ or decreases if you're buying a high MOQ. So you also have to remember that. And there's graphic design costs, blah, 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 blah. You get your designer. They design for you the inside of the box, like the instructions, what's inside the box. And then on the front of the box, you just have like a simple logo or whatever. But yeah, you don't want to complicate it. And you can also just use like plain craft paper, get some stickers. It's up to you. But the main thing you would have to customize is what's inside the box and the depth and how well it's going to just travel in general. Like, say someone comes to your food truck, buys it, takes a long walk through the park or whatever, and then something happens by the time he sits down to like open up his little meal or whatever, things are just scattered everywhere. So take that into consideration when ordering. But as I say, I like this supplier because they offer like a good MOQ with customization, 1,000 pieces, and yeah, you can see from there. But as I said, it's always up for negotiation if you don't change too much. But don't just buy a standard packaging. Check the sizes, ask what's available, and adjust it to your concept. With that said, thank you for watching. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and if you have any questions, just link them in the comment box below. Thank you. Bye.